What is up, ladies and gents? Welcome to next episode of Topics Get Feed Q&A on fitness. Today we'll be exploring another common problem about bodyweight exercises, which is dips, and how they may be killing your shoulders in the long run. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at what the common issue is. Let's look at a video of how dips are done commonly. Versus what you can modify it to be. So what is the issue here? Okay, if you look at it, common, right? Where people put their legs back at the bottom of the motion, your body is lean or tilted forward, okay, and you just go at it. Right, so let me look at some comparison. So the one key thing is, right, by putting your legs at the back, your body naturally tilts forward. Yeah, you want a slight tilt to the front, but you don't want it to be tilted so much diagonally, right? And that's the main thing, right? The more you tilt forward, it seems like, it's easier for you to do more dips, okay? But here's the thing, you're actually using a lot more of your delts and your shoulders, okay? And you don't want that. Why? Because in the long run, right, it will actually place unnecessary stress on your shoulders, okay? And here's the thing, right, you're actually doing dips for your chest, okay? It's an overall full body movement in the sense, right, you're taxing your chest, yes, your shoulders, as well as your triceps, but essentially you want to isolate your chest, okay? And a lot of people find that they get really good at doing dips conventionally with the legs back, and then they add on weights, right? And then it really places unnecessary stress on your shoulder joints. And where you're taxing, let's look at it, right, is your shoulders, is the delts, medial part of the delts, right, the front, right here. And you really stimulate enough of it by doing presses, okay, to the front, and your shoulder press, okay, vertically upwards. And you don't need another movement that stresses the front of the delts, okay? And you want to actually be isolating your chest. So what I propose is, right, you can look at shifting your weight, right, your center of gravity more to the mid, right, in the mid, by putting your legs to the front, right? By doing that, putting to your front, it forces you to engage your core, okay? And then your body moves as one vertically, not horizontally like this, right? So by moving as one vertically, you're able to put the appropriate stressor and the pivot of the motion at your chest. And a couple of things to note here. So if you do it conventionally like this, of course, a lot of stress to the front, your elbows are to the back. By shifting your legs forward, you bring your center of mass to the midpoint, where your stressor needs to be at your chest. But also by pointing your elbows out, it allows you to go for a deeper motion, right? You want to have a full range of motion where you go as low as possible to the bottom, okay, without placing too much stress on your shoulders, okay, but feeling the max stretch at your chest. So in this way, it's a lot safer for your shoulders, I would say. And as well, you're able to isolate your chest. Of course, you gotta take away the ego, right? It's not like, you can lift a lot more as compared to the putting your legs back. So in fact, if you wanted to do both, right, proper motion to isolate most of your chest, do it this way, okay, the right way first. Then, as you fatigue and cannot do more, then you tuck your legs to the back, right? So I would just recap again the difference, right? You want to actually put your legs to the front, have your CG as one as you move vertically, right? Your elbows pointed outwards, right? Pointed outwards. It will give you more mobility to go up and down. and then, you know, engage your core. So I have this over here. Maybe I'll put this. You want to retract. I will summarize the video today by first retracting your scapula, right? Retracting your scapula means, you know, this, right? Not your shoulders forward, your shoulders backwards. Okay. Chest out, right? So that it provides the max stability for your movement, and your shoulders will be kept still so that, you know, your movement actually engages most of the pecs. Your elbows tilted outwards, okay? Not so much, but, you know, to a certain 45 degrees outwards. This allows a greater range of motion as you move down, okay? And then because you put your legs forward, you need to engage your core. And this can be enabled by, right, either you can straighten your legs at the motion, or you could treat it as you're hugging your legs. What I mean by hugging your legs, look at that, right? I am trying to hug my legs, putting it forward and with a slight tilt to the front, right, of my torso. You could also just straighten your legs, right? Depends on how high the bars are. I prefer higher bars because you could straighten your legs. It makes for the max core engagement. And then, you know, emphasize the lower range of motion. So the lower part, as you lower yourself down, what we call the eccentric movement, right? Try to at least have a 2 to 3 seconds, okay? Slow down your movement. And, you know, if you wanted to, and you could, at the bottom of the motion, as you feel the max stretch, okay, you could pause for 1 or 2 seconds, right? What I mean is like this, right? As you go down, keep it slow, and then have a faster push up, concentric movement. So that's all really I have to share for you for the tips, and, you know, happy body weight movements. You could add weights as you're more proficient to it, but I guess, you know, this month as we are having a lockdown, a lot of people will be just doing body weights, and of course you have weights you can strap it to, but try this first, okay, and try to get used to the motion and let me know how you feel. And that's all I have for you. Thanks. Cheers.